welcome. Yeah, let's talk about this sister real fast. Miss Henson. Hold on for a minute, folks. Excuse me for that. Yeah, let's talk about this sister real quick. Here is a clear case of a black woman from rags to riches from my hometown, D.C., Washington, D.C. I'm proud of this woman. Single parent. I had to really think about it. Single parent, raising a son. Now he's grown now. Now he's in college. Like I say, sometimes it turns out success stories and sometimes it don't. This is a success story. This sister's not ratchet. She's not ghetto. She's just down to earth. And she's making an example. And I think this woman is a good example to follow. As far as black women want role models, I think these young girls need a role model like her. Throughout it all, she's still persevering. She's still doing her thing. She lost her baby father, which was the son's father. And her father gave her some wise wisdom, told her to go out west. And in the write up in a publication in the Essence magazine, she took the father's wisdom and went on and never looked back. But she still represent DC. She still represent us. And the sister is in one of the top shows on television now. Some adversity. Some haters out here. I'm hearing some comments over social media. Huh, what a joke. Y'all act like, oh, it's exploitation. Well, she's an actor, okay? Remember, at the end of the day, she's not Cookie. She is the original woman with the original name, okay? She's a character in a show. Some people take this acting and this Hollywood stuff too serious. I mean, this is what she get paid for, to come into our house and entertain for us. Exploiting us, or being it's an exploitative film. Okay, let me tell you something about that. Dolomite, Black Caesar, Pam Grier. I can go on and on. But I don't get bent out of shape because how we be, how we betrayed and excuse me, in motion pictures. What's the portrayal of us as black folks? Look, they pimp you, you pimp them. And one thing you gotta ask yourself a question: who owns Hollywood? So this is where you realize you got to do your own thing, keep your mouth shut while you making those bucks. Try to start your own production company so you can get. And black people have done that, so they ain't ran by the majors. But people don't understand. The people that run Hollywood is the same people who want to portray you in a certain light. So if you float their boat, or you get unscripted, or you won't get no role. But a wise person will play the game for a minute, stack up, don't buy all this lavish stuff, and start your own production company. So you can portray yourself in the way you want to portray yourself, not on the behest of other people. But I'm not gonna get into all that. My thing is this: the sister, out of all the pain and struggle, she's still doing her thing. Okay, you always gonna have your segment of haters. This what I keep telling people: haters only make you more famous. So that's on them. So that's that. Now, like I was saying, and another thing, yeah, she surrounded herself around good people. She went to Howard University. She had a lot of coaching for us. Her overseers, the coaches, the acting coaches, and they wanted her to dig deeper into her character. Far as I was reading, far as her acting is concerned, she was talking about tear jerking roles and this that. She got to really get herself deep into that stuff so she can grab her audiences. So it's a lot of stuff when it comes. It gave me a bird's eye view of how much people got to go through to become actors in Hollywood. And she talked about how her personal life, she don't really want no more babies because her schedule. And he go on to say she was exhausted, had to turn herself in a hospital because she was overworking herself, and she take care of her body. She came back and she was fasting so she can get all the toxins out. She was, trying to get herself back up to par. So the sister is moving, grooving, doing her thing. And she is a positive role model, I think, for black young women out here to follow. And this is a clear example of a black woman not giving up. And it's amazing. Sometimes it does work, but all the time it doesn't work. She's a strong sister for raising a man child. You know, it's a sad thing when a son loses his father due to murder, but we know this happens a lot in the black community. But this sister right here, she's a queen, not a twerker, not ratchet, not a hoe. This is your black queen. This is your black queen. Down to earth, attractive, sexy, not stupid. That's it. I really don't have nothing to say, nothing negative about this chick. As far as I'm concerned, she's showing black women as her role. Amongst many roles she played, other than this role, to me, she got a positive outlook on life. And that's about it. I urge you to get this publication. I won't put the issue in the description box. Please subscribe. All of my productions, at the end of the day, it's in black and white. I want to get y'all thoughts on the institution of marriage. Do y'all think the institution of, when it comes to the Negro, marriage is a joke? I oftentimes wonder, I see all these people within my race divorcing, getting married for the wrong reasons, what have you. And if they had some kids within a relationship, the kids take the most hit for suffering. I'm going to give you my thoughts and what I think about this marriage situation in 2015, all over my productions. Well, I think we need to really pay attention to those oaths when that clergy stand up there and give out those vows and oaths, what have you, to do with marriage, for better, for worse. That's one important segment of your relationship when you married as black man and black woman, for better, for worse. We don't want the worst. We want better. And that's not irrational thinking, because there's going to be some struggle in this life. So you really not growing up if you think this life is just peaches and cream. You're living in a fairy tale and you're not living in reality. But my intake on this is this: the situation at hand is this. When God ordains a sacred bond between man and woman, we need to look at the bigger picture. Marriage is for man and woman to get together as one. When you in the bed, you share that person. You share all their feelings when y'all have sex. And when y'all get together, y'all become as one. So it's really something to think about. If you don't want to get married and that's in your mind, don't get married. My thing is this: if you ain't gonna be good to yourself, you ain't gonna be good to someone else because you haven't cleaned yourself out mentally and refreshed and renewed your mind in a different thought process and pattern. So negative thoughts, self-defeated attitude, low self-esteem, woe is me, pity potting, it's just going to mess up your whole life. And you don't need to be with someone else if they thinking on the other wave, in the other lane. You just gonna pull that person down. So we have to look at this on a whole segment of ideas and topics, what have you, when it comes to this black marriage institution. It's nothing to play with. People get hurt behind this. Families get torn apart behind this. Kids begin to suffer. Then the kids grow up thinking this institution of marriage is a joke. You see, one problem can be small, but that problem can turn big and cause other problems. This is why it's an ordained religious law when it comes to man and woman. So I want y'all to give me some feedback, men, black men, and black women, about this marriage institution in 2015. I think it's the best, not just the best. I think it's the most glorious thing a person can do. I have children and raise those children with those morals. But when you, for my thought process, my understanding is this. My thoughts is this: when you destroy the institution of marriage, or you think the institution of marriage, as far as black folks, a joke, that means you think family is a joke. That means you think your offsprings are a joke, and you're a joke. You don't take nothing seriously, and you're not grown up in mind. So when you spit at the marriage institution, far as the black collective, to me, that's showing me that you don't even care about the black experience at all. You destroying the most sacred thing a black woman and a black man can have, vice versa, the institution of marriage. And the devil, he goes by many names: Satan, Diablo, the unholy, and all the names he go by. He's really trying to destroy that institution. This is my thoughts. So send me some feedback. All of my productions, at the end of the day, is in black and white. Send me some feedback on this important topic. Don't forget to subscribe. That's it. I want to give a shout out to my subscribers. To the women who got back at me when I sent them a reply. I thank you. I thank you for letting people know about my video. As far as is concerned with Release Rudd and the missing and exploited children that's out here that's still getting snatched, this is going to be a awareness video because I know Halloween is pending and it's coming. I'm going to tell you something about this Halloween thing. You know, I'm a 75 baby, so it was a little bit different when I was coming up in the hood, as you speak, in Southeast DC. We made our own costumes. I never forget, me and my three brothers got pillowcases, threw stuff on our face. Moms and them just ain't have it then, so we done it the old-fashioned way. And man, we came home with so much candy. Nobody wasn't putting razor blades in apples. People were still leaving their doors open back in the day in the apartments. It was nice and it was quiet. Unbelievable. Ain't like that no more. because people took fantasy horror and made it true horror and gore. This time of this month, kids go missing on Halloween. People get raped on Halloween. People get murdered on Halloween. It happens every Halloween. Then we have another day, New Year's Eve. Those 2 days are the most dangerous days we have. Because we have people that's sick in the mind and they pick those special days to come out and create havoc. All I'm saying, parents to these children, watch these children over Halloween, please. Please watch them. They ain't with someone or they're ripping around in the streets, get them in the house. Usually now, they've been doing it a couple years. Usually they have a little party at a church or the parents get together and they have a big, candy thing. Everyone go to each other's house and everyone know each other. And at the end of the day, that's it. Ain't no running around to people's doors and knocking on people's doors who you don't know. I mean, people now, you got sexual deviancy people out here, deviants. You have pedophiles out here, psychopaths. They breed on it. So your kid knocking on someone's door, they might knock on the wrong door and you won't see them no more. So I just want y'all to be aware of your surroundings. This holiday is coming up. Some people really tend to act stupid around this holiday. So be vigilant. Be careful. Watch your kids. Like I said, this is like an awareness video. And I just want people to really pay attention to what's going on out here. Because it's a shame when you bring someone in this world you love and then you don't see them no more. Because the freaks used to come out at night. They don't come out night no more. They come out all hours of the day. They don't wait till night no more. So always remember that. Always remember that. They used to come out. They used to come out at night. Not no more. All hours of the day. Watch your children. Raise your children. You was man and woman enough to commit the act. You had sex. You got what you got. Now it's time for responsibility. And raise your children and watch them. Or someone else will. And it might not be good for you at all. At the end of the day, folks, everything is in black and white. All of my productions. Something that went through the airways of my mind when I was at the Justice Oils. It's comical. I'm an ass man myself. I like beautiful, shapely black women. So even someone, even people in my family comment about it. But common sense. Big asses and justice for else. Big asses and justice for else. Justice oils, excuse me. Big asses and justice oils. All those men from different sections of the United States came on down for the gathering. So it's only right for women to come on down to see what they can, see who they can seduce. So is it any, people blow stuff out of proportion? I knew that was going to happen. I saw one chick, I think she was Jamaican or she was an island chick. She had a long dress on and she was built, boy, and everything was puffed up and just ready to explode out that dress. It was fitting her so good. But she was down there trying to get her son. It's very Not surprising to me at all. Like I say, a lot of guys blew down the proportion. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, look at it. The chicks are coming out here looking ratchet, man. Okay, here's something I want to throw out there. Doing that gathering, you think one day is gonna stop the actions of women that's been living in that kind of life all their life practically? You think one day they just gonna a miracle gonna happen? They gonna change their ratchet ways? No, my brother. That's not even thinking logical. You're thinking illogical. You thinking in an idiot way. Haven't you ever heard the saying, you can't change a hoe into a housewife? You can't change a housewife into a hoe? So you think one little day of Farragon talking positive rhetoric, trying to waken the sleeping giants, which is us, up. It's going to change some ratchet women from all parts of the United States. I don't think so. Only thing you can do is pray for those women. Okay? See, sometimes I think we tend to blow stuff way out of the ocean, out of proportion. You see what I'm saying? All the studs down there, the brutes, the buff, the fat, the skinny, the tall, all different shapes, sizes of male counterpart down at the downtown DC. And like I said, you think those women wasn't gonna come down there and see who they can get? You got to be crazy. Oh yeah, it's like I wish I would have made it up to that million woman march in Philly. My folks is telling me, oh yeah, yeah. I know they was like they was in heaven. All those black women up there. So again, I enjoy myself. So there's something to think about, and the ones who was just, and the ones who's crying and complaining, maybe y'all should have went on and try to talk yourself up on some. Because if you talk about it, it must be bothering you. You know what I'm saying? It must be bothering you. Again, it's nothing really serious, folks. It's just big asses and justice, or else. It's just big asses and justice, or else. Nothing serious. Nothing X-rated. It's just human nature. Like I said, we tend to blow stuff out of proportion. And don't expect people's ratchet ways. Don't expect their ways to change overnight. Like I said, one little sermon ain't gonna change someone that been doing that for days in and days out. All that you can do is pray for them to get better and change their ways so they can be a suitable counterpart to a nice, strong, upstanding black male. That's all you can do. You only can pray, just like the thug ways of a man. Only thing you can do is pray for him to change his ways, pull his bootstraps up and be a productive brother and a pillar of the community. That's it. At the end of the day, it's not that serious, folks. Stop blowing stuff out of proportion. It's all in black and white. All of my productions.